Welcome back to the Grand Ballroom inside the Hilton in Uptown Charlotte. We welcome to the stage the Cal Bears. Coach Lupoy will open with a statement, and then we will take Q&A from the room for both coach and our student athletes. Coach, podium is yours.
Good afternoon. What an awesome day. Really cool to be a part of it. Here with Jaron Keave Sakapolitelli, Adam Mohammed, Ricky Fletcher, representing the #1 public institution in the country and the flagship university of the UC system. We're fired up to be here, not just as a representing Cal Berkeley, but a awesome conference that we're fortunate to be a part of. Extremely successful and especially of recent times. Really exciting to see where TV viewership, having 3 college football playoff representatives in the last 2 seasons, and the direction of this conference. So extremely fortunate to be a part of that, and once again to be representing such a special place of Cal Berkeley right down the road, and a place where as we get to represent the Atlantic Coast Conference, as you look at our facility windows, you see the Pacific Ocean. Think about that. Pretty cool. So that's unique. If they don't laugh, you guys laugh with them. That's really unique, but so is Cal. So that's why I think that make this really cool, of a place that truly represents and embodies academic excellence and athletics. No secret to a storied NFL tradition that we bring to the table, and been fortunate to be part of both as a player in my undergrad master's program and coaching there for over a decade, and then to go off and be able to come back to my alma mater. Truly special to represent such a high caliber, high class place. You know, even the history of it, of all the #1 overall picks, teammates, the success story tradition of Marshawn Lynch, Deshaun Jackson, Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers, a young man that I was fortunate to coach that's playing in his 16th year and will be a Hall of Famer, Cameron Jordan, and one of the best all-time players out of this state of North Carolina. Can anybody know who that is? Elite Cal Bear, Keenan Allen. That's right. So it's really cool, and then to be storied right now, you know, to be one of 3 teams in college football that's had 10 plus DBs selected in the NFL draft just since 2020. So to have that unique blend of a NFL tradition, high caliber football program, but to represent the academic excellence that this place represents, you know, we're all very fortunate to be a part of that. And I think what really makes this unique and special, we're at a place where it's the #6 highest media market in all of the U.S., right there in the San Francisco Bay Area. And as much as it hurt me when the Oakland Raiders left, at that time, I think it was in the NFL, and the Oakland A's, the Golden State Warriors crossed the bridge, but now we're in a really cool situation where it's the only show, you know, in town in a major media market across the bridge there. So something that's cool to represent, and you know, to be right there in truly the epicenter of startup companies, 44 Fortune 500 companies right outside our facility walls, and these guys and myself get such a unique experience as we try to deliver from a extremely high caliber athletic performance, but to be around you know, the likes of all these Cal grads that are the founder of Levi's Jeans, Dreyer's Ice Cream, Olukai, Banana Republic, Gap, Old Navy. You guys got any more? Who'd you meet these last 6 months? DoorDash. There you go, DoorDash. And that list goes on and on. So as we attempt to build our culture going into this fall, you know, we're really pumped to be a part of this and thankful to be a part of such an awesome conference as we do that. So if you got any questions for me, I would love to answer them. If not, I'm going to hand over to three elite human beings.
Coach, thank you. We'll take some questions here real quick. First, we're going to start over here on our left. Let us get you the mic as a reminder. Give us your name and affiliation, please.
Good morning, Tiffany Gardner, Set Magazine. I was at your spring game, which was a really great game. Since taking over, you've really established a new culture, I feel like, at Cal. How do you honor what Coach Wilcox built while putting your own stamp on the program?
Well, I think it's important. We started, in celebration of Dr. King's birthday on January 19th. We had a cultural meeting and then declared what we want to be. But ultimately, whatever that is, I think in any organization, whatever words you put, or T-shirts you want to put up, or posters, we're ultimately going to be the culture that we live every day. It's going to be our daily transactions of how we approach, how we work, how we prepare, and that was the goal early on. Now we're in month 6 as an organization, a new staff, the new chapter, the new era of Cal football, and those obviously the results of the season. I truly believe those are going to be dictated by our daily transactions, and that's ultimately what culture is. So it's not about being clever or cliche. It's about living out what we want to represent every day, and that's what we're in attempts to do. So I'm extremely proud of where we're at today, evaluating the hunger of our team, and the challenges that these guys have accepted and attacked, both as a staff. I'm very fortunate to be a part of a great staff, and being able to serve and impact young men like these 3 awesome individuals that are on this stage.
Great. We'll come over here to our right-hand side, second row.
Hey, Coach Thomas, Christopher of the league winners. I'm right here down below to your right.
I can hardly see up here.
It's all right. As I'm sure you're aware, Cal has a very diehard fan base with a large media presence. In the evolving state of sports media and marketing, can you talk about the importance of utilizing that, not just to reach your fans, but to build up your program?
Yeah, I think in this new landscape of college football, it's it is what it is. It's extremely necessary, right? And I think Cal has displayed an elite job of exactly that, right? We're the first and only team, to my knowledge, in the ACC to just sign a corporate sponsorship of its kind with Dial Pad. We'll be featuring a jersey patch. To my knowledge, there's only a handful of programs that have done that, and some of those programs are the best and most successful in all of college football. So I think that displays the direction and the desire of where we're headed, and the commitment from the university. That was a major appeal for me from day one of 2 years ago when Chancellor Lyons was hired upon Cal, and then of course another North Carolina great, Ron Rivera, as the GM a year ago. To have this alignment and to tap into these incredible Cal connections, and to be able to bring our cup of water to the ACC and representing such an awesome conference, that's our goal and what we're attempting to do.
Come back over, stay on this side, very front row, Coach.
Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. You had some time working under Nick Saban at Alabama, won 2 college football playoff national championships in 2015 and 2017, and then also your work in the NFL with the Falcons, the Browns, and the Jaguars. What have you taken from these experiences of being at the highest of the high in college, and then also being on the other side in the NFL?
Every day, is a set. So I think when you do that, you improve yourself, and as a young coach, going back to the starting days of when I was at Cal, and both as a player and coaching there, and Cal was a perennial power, a top 5 program in the country, winning the conference, winning 10 games to be a part of that, and moving on to and learning with some of those great leaders that you mentioned, I think we form our identity on the way. This is my 20th year now in this profession and coaching, and I certainly don't have all the answers. But it's so amazing to be able to wake up in a profession to know that you can individually improve every day, demand that amongst your staff, your players, and be a part of something together. With all those great leaders you mentioned, it's a constant approach to self-improvement, and then obviously in these leadership roles that I've been super fortunate to have is to do that better than it's ever been done before.
Slide over one chair here.
Thomas Dunn, Golden Bear Report on 3. Tosh, you've been very consistent about the alignment from Chancellor Lyons and Ron. Where have you seen the impact and benefits take shape the most in enhancing your guys' operation?
Yeah, I think we mentioned one of them, just now with, having a multi-million-dollar corporate sponsorship that we're representing, excited to represent, and to tap into some of our many, incredibly successful Cal grads. So that certainly personifies that relationship, and just where we're at, from a overall perspective, excitement of the program. We just had a season ticket meeting deal, and to learn where we're at of having the highest sales in over a decade, and the NIL allotment, from these sponsorships and the participation, excitement, overall excitement of the program. So I think we all, collaboratively approach that, attack that on a weekly basis, and it's been really cool to be a part of that excitement.
I'm going to come to the very front row across the aisle.
Jim McGill with Barron Cider. Tosh, we talked about in December when you came to Cal that you had that background that you've shared a little bit here so far today, playing at De La Salle in the shadow of Berkeley, playing there, GA there, coach there. I asked about when you started thinking about when you might be able to be in a position to lead the program yourself. And you said, I've always kind of thought about it. So it sounds like you've been formulating how you would go about what you're going to be doing as a head coach and running a program for a long time. How have you seen it fall into place? You've had a top portal class that has been established since you came in. You're on fire with the high school recruiting so far. You've had a spring session under your belt. How have you seen things fall into place as far as your vision goes? Are you excited with the progress that you've seen, and is it going according to plan?
Yeah, I'm just certainly pleased, but absolutely not satisfied. We came here, I think, with a combination of a lot of these great players that we've been fortunate to sign, as well as the staff and myself, is to compete at the highest level. I wholeheartely believe that there's a place that can afford that opportunity, and that's every day when we wake up, we're attempting to do so. The goal is to win every opportunity, every moment. So from the first opportunity of being in a situation, you can imagine a young man that's on the stage with us right now, the quarterback before him, after having 3 great years at the University of California, Berkeley, but to move on and go win a Heisman Trophy, and potentially at that time, winning a national title, and this day and age landscape with agents involved, how difficult that must have been of a time of what the next step is. So extremely fortunate for Jaron to have the belief in our direction moving forward, and the people that potentially at that time were going to be a part of it. And, that was an opportunity for us to win, right? Then from there, as you just mentioned, it was an opportunity to make a statement from a portal talent acquisition standpoint, and all of a sudden Cal Berkeley signs a top 15 class nationally, and I think we're the top, or one of the top 2 classes in this conference. That was an opportunity for us to win, right? And then that moment closes. Coinciding with that, our quest to the fundamentals and technique, the schematics, the 3 phases of our game, the introduction, the new staff aboard, bringing in the Chicago Bears nutritionists, Tennessee Titans, strength staff, highlighting some of the things where we can improve, and then, as you mentioned, going into the high school ranks now, and being in a top 20 class in that position, and these are all moments right now that are in our control to compete at the highest level, and we'll all return back to California, and the quest will be, winning Monday morning, of how we lift, how we run, how we attack our nutrition, and continue our increase of a team GPA.
Take our next question in the left side, third row on the aisle.
Dominic Petrillo, free agent. I'm blind, so don't worry about having to see me because I can't see you either. But we all know how you were able to go and get Jared over after your press conference. You flew over, talked to him, slept on the bench on the beach for a couple hours before you got back on your flight in your suit. How important is it for you to get the pipeline to keep that pipeline in Hawaii as you did at Oregon to get those big guys out of there and also some more quarterbacks?
Yep. So you're saying continue a pipeline. You mentioned a state in the Pacific Northwest. Is that the question you're asking, or to continue it at Cal? I got you. Yeah. So way before that, before I was in the NFL, I was coaching college ball for a while. So well before that, established some really strong connections and respect overall. The area I grew up in, the Bay Area, has an extremely strong Polynesian population and connection, and a lot of those relationships extending in or coming from the islands. I was fortunate to coach a young man that was the 10th overall pick from Cal Berkeley, Tyson Alualu, and those relationships, some of these amazing business names that I mentioned earlier, founders, same connections that are from or live on that island. So, Cal has had a historical and historically strong connection with the islands. So that'll certainly continue. And, as a young man like Jaron continues to have his success and well beyond, football, where the magnitude of this degree and what that's going to do for Jaron for the rest of his life, that means a lot, in the respect of education within the Polynesian culture. So it's something that aligns very strong, with ours, and believe it's the only place in the country with a 92% graduation rate of Polynesian attendees. So those are something that we're going to highlight and celebrate and continue to have mentors in the community like Jaron.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate your time. We're going to invite up Ricky to take the next questions.
Awesome.
All right, who's got a question? We'll start right over here on the left-hand side, about halfway back. Let us get you the microphone.
Hello, Owen Hillman at the League Winners. How is your relationship with Daniel Harris going to develop? There's 2 SEC corners transferring to Cal, and what does Daniel Harris bring to this Cal defense for you?
Daniel Harris brings a lot of things to our defense. He's very versatile, very long guy. He can run very well, so he brings a lot of things to our defense for sure.
We'll take our next question from right down here in front in the first row on our right-hand side.
Tom Stun, Golden Bear Report on 3. Ricky, what was your transition to the Bay Area like, and as you ultimately acclimate to this program, what has ultimately brought out the best in you in that process?
My transition to Cal was really smooth. Everybody down here is just welcoming. The coaching staff got a lot of high energy, so the transition was smooth. I feel like with our staff and having a lot of guys that coach big-time football and knowing that the knowledge that they have, it was easy for me to get acclimated and be comfortable within the coaching staff.
We're going to go next on the left side, front row.
Yes,
Tiffany Gardner, Set Media. Coach talked about the season ticket holders and how it's improved, and I think the biggest since I think maybe the last 5 years, the improvement of like fan base. What have you noticed about the energy on campus this off season?
The energy is different. Our fans are just out the roof. They support us to an all-time high. So, I mean, it's just different. Like, they always around. They always supporting us. They always coming in to talk to us. So, it's different.
We're going to move back to the other side on the right in the third row in the middle.
Hey there, Gatsby Good with Women in Sports Media. Defending pass offenses is very tough. What would you say the biggest challenge that receivers present to you, and how do you acclimate to that?
I'd say the biggest challenge that receivers present to me is just playing a reaction game. I mean, knowing that we play defensive back and defense, everything we do is reactionary. So just being able to get in the film room and break down their tendencies and what they like to do is going to be a big thing for us.
Go back over to our left side, right in the front row.
Yes, ma'am.
Jim McGill with Bear Insider. Ricky, you're playing in a defensive backfield that has a legacy of NFL players. What does that mean to you? And I also wanted to ask you, too, what it's like defending against a high-level quarterback like Jaron in practice.
Playing behind a defensive back pedigree in Cal is a big thing. That's really one of the main reasons I came here, just to be a part of something special, be a part of a tradition that I know is elite. And I mean, going against Jaron every day is making me so much more better. Just seeing how he commands our offense, seeing how he can make every throw and not really get shaken by anything, just how elite he is every day on his day-to-day approach is making me so much better as a player.
We are going to take our final question from the right-hand side, first row.
Ricky, Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. You had to navigate some things last season at Ole Miss, coaching change happening during the season with that decision. How did you get through that adversity, and what did you learn from it?
I got through that adversity just by being where my feet were, wherever I was in the season and wherever we were throughout the playoffs. So our run, just being present in the present moment. You can't really worry about things that's really not in your control. So just being in that moment, within that moment.
Really well done. Thank you. That was
Yes,
like rapid fire.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Adam, your turn. As Adam comes to the podium, let's get the questions in the queue. Start down here in the very front row on our left-hand side on the aisle. Again, name and affiliation, please, for Adam.
Jim McGill with Bear Insider. Adam, you came down from UW, a traditional opponent of Cal's, but you haven't played in a couple of years. What's your impression of the program from afar, and how has it played out since you've been here as a student athlete?
Damn. I mean, just seeing the history with the running backs over here, that played a huge part into coming here. I mean, I've met Marshawn Lynch, Javid Best. I mean, just talking to those guys, just knowing the culture they had over here and just wanting to continue it over here. That's what I'm trying to continue.
Take our next question from the right-hand side, front row.
Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. Coming here to Cal, what was it about Tosh's leadership, about his message that made you believe if you're going to go into the portal that the Golden Bears were the only right fit for you?
Well, he actually flew in he flew in from Miami after the Texas Tech game. We sat in the office for like 2 hours just talking about ball life, and then just knowing my mom was comfortable, and whatever mom says, like, if she's comfortable, I'm comfortable. So, and it was just overall the better fit for me.
Respect the mom question. Over here to the left.
Can you hear me? Hey, Adam, you also had a great spring game with that interception and ran up and through the fields. Coach Tosh talks about playing fast and physical. How has that changed during practice?
I feel like, that's one of our, that's what we preach over there. Our core values is relentless effort, ball excellence, power unit. We're going to dominate our box for 6 seconds. We're going to protect and score the ball, and we're going to just be tight together.
Switch back over here to our right-hand side, as close to the wall and about the fourth row back.
Adam Ryan Castle with Sons of Saturday. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. A lot of new transfers. You're one of them. How has the coaching staff and the leaders on the team helped to foster chemistry and bringing this group together with so many new players?
I feel like, from the very first day, it was really just getting to know everyone's name, and then after that, I feel like I've been here for like years. Like I feel like just being with the guys, like I just feel like I've known them for a whole like long time. Like it just wasn't like that big of a difference. Like transferring, just getting to know the guys. I mean, we all go over to each other's houses and just chill. Like we just kick it. It's not that hard.
Stay over on that side, one row back.
Ralph Amsden, Unafraid Show with George Reister. Adam, I covered your high school career. I got to know, have you been lobbying to let them have you throw the ball?
Oh, no. Nah, none of that.
That's it? I got it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Adam, nice job. We are now going to welcome to the podium JKS. Let's go ahead and get the questions in the queue. We're going to start over here on our left side, about 4 rows back.
Hello, I'm Owen Hillman with the league winners. Last season, you were at ACC football kickoff as a freshman, obviously the undisputed starter as a sophomore. How has your perspective changed now as opposed to last season?
Yeah, I mean, it's changed a tremendous amount, but, you know, same thing's the same thing. You know, just continue to keep the main things, and just continue to build this culture and, you know, just continue to get in with these guys, just the continuous reps to be ready for season. And, you know, I'm just so excited to, you know, head into this new season with a bunch of great guys.
We're going to go to the right-hand side on the aisle, about 5 rows back.
How you doing? Scott Morgan, North South Florida Tribune. A couple of questions for you to ask. Number one, have you had an opportunity to get to know Ron Rivera, obviously a big NFL guy who's also trying to go ahead and bring some credibility and helpful? And two, what's it like being in California, knowing you're going to have to play some of your games on the East Coast as well, yet be able to maintain the Stanford and Cal rivalry at the same time? I know it's a loaded question, but if anybody can handle it, I know it's you.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Ron Rivera's been tremendous, especially to our program. And, you know, just being able to talk one-on-one with him, you know, pretty much on the weekly has been great. And, you know, just what he's helped me do and just making me feel comfortable in everything I do is just, he's been tremendous help for me, and not just for me, but for the program. And, you know, playing on the East Coast, I really find it exciting, being able to travel to new places and just see, you know, new stadiums and new fan bases, and just being able to, you know, take on a challenge is always fun for me, while also keeping that, you know, Stanford rivalry is fun as well. You know, they're a great program as well, very well respected. And, you know, I'm just excited for this new season, this new challenge ahead.
Move over to the left-hand side, halfway back the room.
Hello, Owen Hill with the league winners again. What was it like in that first spring practice with Ian Strong, Chase Hendricks, and Cooper Perry and the new offense?
Yeah, I mean, those 3 super talented guys, I mean, their talent jumps off the roof and you see it right away. And, you know, I'm just blessed to be able to throw to those guys, and, you know, all the guys that we've brought in and the guys that we've kept. And we have so much talent in our receiver room, running backs room, tight ends room, and especially our O-line is where it starts. So we have great talent all over, so yeah.
Right here in front on the left hand of the aisle.
Insider. Jaron, it's been alluded to a little bit about Tosh coming out there after his intro press conference, just getting right on the plane, flying right out there and meeting you at a crazy late hour at night. When did you find out that he was coming? What were your impressions when he came, and how has it played out for you being under his leadership now for the last 8 months?
Yeah, I mean, it caught me by surprise. I mean, I was back home, you know, watching my alma mater in the state championship, and you know, it's around 9 o'clock. I get a call from my mom that he's flying in and he should land around 12. Gets in about 1:30, and we talk all the way to like about 4:30, and I mean in the morning. So it was a great talk. You know, it just felt right. You know, this is where I wanted to be, and you know, he's a head coach about winning, and that's obviously what I want to do as well. And you know, the culture that he's brought has been tremendous. I mean, relentless head coach that just, you know, wants nothing but the best for the program and for the players, and being able to just continue to meet with him weekly and, you know, just continue to talk ball, life has just been great for me, mental health, everything, and it's been so great and tremendous for sure.
We're going to go to our right-hand side, second row.
Darren, Thomas Christopher, the league winners, you were invited to the Manning Passing Academy this summer. Can you talk about how it feels to kind of get that recognition, and what was that experience like for you?
Yeah, it was a great blessing to be able to be invited to the Manning Passing Academy. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend it, but you know, just being able to, you know, be on the eyes of, you know, such prolific people like the Mannings it's really a blessing, for sure, and definitely would love to attend it next year. But just grateful that you know, I was on the radar.
Take our last question right here in the front row.
Jaron, Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. You had a staff last year that believed in you and put you out there as a true freshman. You have a staff this year that believes in you as a true sophomore. Just what you can say to that effect, to have faith from the last staff and faith from this staff in your game and what you do.
Yeah, I mean, it's tremendous. It's I'm just so grateful that I have people that believe in me, and you know, especially this new staff now that, you know, has been full on. Not just me, but all the players that we've brought and the guys that we have in the building. You know, we've been working, you know, relentlessly this whole off season, just getting ready, you know, obviously for our first game September 5th. And, you know, we're just excited to show what we can do on the field. And, you know, we're just going to continue to keep working the rest of summer into fall camp and as we get into that first game.
Gentlemen, thanks to each of you and good luck this season.
Thank you so much.